show with Miss the Bus. 22! We're on episode 22, which I was going to do this whole thing where I sang the song, and I'm not doing it now because I completely...
No, do it.
I don't remember the lyrics. All I just know is Feeling 22.
Sing the song.
Feeling 22.
Oh, I almost got it. Never mind. But hey, so we are Miss the Bus, obviously, but you can find us on any of our social medias at Miss the Bus Pod. If you haven't already, which you should be following us because we like to post stupid things. And I feel like it is funny, or we try to be funny, or I try to be funny. But anyway, and you also can find us on iTunes, SoundCloud, Stitcher, Google Play, YouTube. I think I got them all. Not Spotify, because we're still bitter about that.
I've had it with that man, that Spotify dude.
Is it Mr. Spotify?
Mr. Spotify.
Hey,
you know
Mr.
what?
Spotify. Anyway.
The next email I send to him is going to be the meanest of them all.
I hope he
That's gonna be the
legitimately
worst.
feels threatened by.
He
like,
should.
some bus keeps threatening me, and I don't know what to do with that. Anyway, so this is the weekly show, and we aren't your premium.
We are.
Started so bad just now. We aren't your premium. I can't say the word premium.
Do you need somebody else to?
No, it's okay. Source of video game, TV, movie entertainment, but gosh darn it. I'm going to always say gosh darn it. I figured at this point.
It's okay. I realize none of us are creative enough to...
Well, no, I kind of just, it feels like a part of it.
It really does.
So I'm going to say it anyway.
There's only so many different ways you can, like... That's an adjective, right? There's only so many adjectives you can
I don't know.
put
I
on.
just like gosh and darn. Anyway.
I do too.
So we're going to actually just dive into our news because we don't have a lot of news to go over, and we really want to get to our biggest topic of it all. So, and that's going to be towards the end. But I feel like we can shuffle through some of the movie stuff because we haven't had a lot of it.
Yeah, there's like nothing.
Yeah, literally nothing.
Whoever's
than Captain
out there
Marvel.
up in the sky that's in charge of making news, they failed this
Everyone's
week.
just been like lazy this week or something, I feel. I mean, I know
The gods.
the movie gods. But yeah, so they released like the new image or the first images for Captain Marvel, which the whole way they did that kind of threw me off because Brie Larson like tweeted out the night before saying want to break the internet. So everyone was automatically like, oh, it's going to be like a teaser or a trailer or something. And it was just images of people like romantically walking through like the water on the beach.
I don't think the scrolls look romantic
in any way.
I just think like when they were walking through the water, it's like it looks like they were trying to like model for GQ, but it's for like a superhero movie.
And once again, this isn't like in motion. It's a picture.
No,
right?
like I know it's not, but that's the feeling I got from it. That's just what I got, but I was like still excited to see everything and seeing Jude Law, and it like made me so happy because I love him.
How do you guys like the costume?
Captain Marvel's costume?
The new one? I like it more than the green one.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I
think it looks really cool.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm just realizing I didn't introduce any of us. Okay. But if you haven't already figured it out, I'm Bailey, that's Omar, Matt, and Tyler, and we're all here to give y'all everything.
Hey.
Everything
we got.
I don't know if we can fulfill that promise.
I wanted to make sure everyone knew who was talking, if you haven't already.
So did people did everyone like these pictures or no?
No, they think they're beach romantic people.
Oh, okay.
Or it's just me, I guess.
I saw someone comparing one of the Skrulls to Piccolo in the live action Dragon Ball movie.
I think that is a little bit justified because it kind of looks like
well,
that.
everybody thinks that. Actually, that's the first thing I got was the villain from Thor. Is the first thing I thought of when I saw it.
Oh, from
Thor: Dark World.
No, yeah. Sorry, Dark World. That's
Christopher Eccleston.
Like for some reason, when the first time I saw the picture, that's what I thought of. But
the Dark Elf.
Somebody, another podcast I listened to, like showed videos. Well, I guess I was watching it, but they showed like pictures of the comics of the villain, and it's actually pretty accurate.
It is
for Captain Marvel.
Well, that's good.
So that's cool at least.
I feel like we got set photos for Far From Home then Spider-Man because I know some Nick Fury set photos dropped.
No, Nick Fury's in Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
I think
full head of hair.
I think he's also going to be in Far From Home.
What's her name?
Colby Smulders.
Oh well, it's
Kobe Beef Smulders.
Yeah,
Kobe Beef.
I think set photos for Far From Home.
Oh, okay. I didn't see those because I just saw the one where Nick Fury's looking real young.
Real young, yeah.
Real young. 2 eyes and everything.
Oh.
So.
Real young. What's next?
Oh, yeah. So, anyway, that's all we got with that. Incredibles 2 is the first animated movie to gross $600 million in the box office.
So, it hit that once it came back for Labor Day weekend, right? Is that what it was?
Did it come back for
Yeah.
later? Oh, that's awesome.
I didn't know that
Yeah.
actually.
I thought it was just still out.
I do think
No,
it's
no,
kind of
no.
crazy that
Oh.
it beat Finding Dory though. Because I just feel like that movie was so hyped up and so many people were excited
Incredible
for
2
it.
was, I,
I
feel
think
like,
so
a lot
t-
more hyped up, though.
I guess in a way, I feel like it got way more hype after it came out. Like it was hyped up before, but then once people started seeing it, that everybody,
Maybe.
it was like everyone hopped on the train to go see
Yeah.
it, kind of thing. That's the way I feel about it.
That's
at
true.
least.
But yeah, no, I think it hit it once it came back for Labor Day weekend. Because we didn't hear. I think this was. Well, Labor Day weekend was last weekend, right? So yeah, that makes sense.
I think the Nick Fury stuff was on the Captain Marvel set, but there was photos from Far From
Far From
Home
Home.
that show John Favreau.
Oh, okay.
Oh, dang.
So-
Oh, I didn't see anything.
So we can,
Not
Happy.
Yet, at least.
yeah, we can say he survives.
Well, that's good. I'm glad he's
Oh,
in
okay,
there
wait.
still.
So there's a theory out, right? That at the end of Avengers 4, there's some sort of time jump, and that Far From Home is going to take place right before Infinity War, but then Infinity War never happens. That's like the ongoing theory right now. Like it's
I will be so upset if that's
What?
the way that
so the way
Avengers 4 ends.
yeah. That they somehow
Because that's just like time travel,
yeah, they time travel
101 back to like
Yeah,
the most
whatever
basic. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's the most cop out basic way that can
Yeah.
happen. So.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
Okay, but anyway, so actually moving on to more Wonder Woman news too. Wonder Woman 1984 bringing back Robin Wright's. How do you say that name? Antiope?
Robin
I don't know.
Is it Antiope or Antiope? I don't.
Antelope.
I think
No,
it's,
not
I think
antelope.
I think it's Antiope.
I think it's Antiope too.
Yeah.
It's an antelope.
Wait, he's on the floor.
Oh.
I was like, what are you freaking doing? So that's cool because I love Robin Wright.
And the Queen, she's coming back too.
Oh, okay. Oh, I didn't even see that. But yeah,
Killer
I like
Queen?
that.
Hippolyta.
Hey.
Yeah, the Killer Queen.
Really?
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. This kind of sucks though. Dave Bautista now saying he doesn't know if he wants to work for Disney now, which is kind of expected of what's been going on and how vocal he's been about everything. But I feel like he's just like, I don't give a shit about Disney anymore.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's one of those things where I don't blame him.
I feel like he's the only one that we've really heard a lot from in terms of everything that's happening right now with Marvel.
Well, he's
He-
the only one who's like
Voiced
still
his opinion.
stands
Yeah,
like,
he
with what he said.
he didn't stop with just the letter that they all signed.
Yeah.
He's just been going with it.
Yeah. So
And it's we've said on the show before, but it is just, hey, if you feel that fire in you to keep fighting this, like 100% keep fighting it, because that's the only way things change. And there's definitely a large group of people that still want Gunn to come back, and it doesn't seem like that's possible at all anymore.
No,
but
not at all.
we're probably past the point where David Bautista's even trying to change it. He's just trying to voice his disapproval of it, and he's probably still got to make that personal decision. Like, okay, am I going to be cool with this? I don't know.
right. So
So, hey, man, do
it
you.
sucks, but like at least he's standing for something.
Exactly.
So Die Hard 6 is officially going to be called McLean, which is kind of cool. I actually really like the title of that.
I really like it too.
I love the Die Hard movies. I kind of think I don't really know why they're doing another one,
Well,
just
'cause-
with how awful
well,
the
'cause-
last one was.
Well, yeah,
but-
because 5 was really bad, and now the guy that's directing it is the same dude that did 4, and 4 was really good.
Yeah, I mean,
So-
I get that. I just feel like it's kind of like past its prime
Yeah.
at this point, but
We're
whatever.
just in
I'm
that
cool
time
with
where
it.
like everything's got to be rebooted and come back.
Yeah.
So-
Maybe Justin Long will come back.
Jesus. Didn't he like marry his daughter or something in the movie? Spoilers
was-
if you haven't seen it.
Yeah,
but-
Mary Elizabeth Winstead.
And Die Hard,
4.
Justin Long's in it. And
And
he
he married his
marries
daughter?
McLean's daughter.
Oh, okay.
I think. Or something like
I thought
that.
you meant he married his own daughter. Never mind.
Mm.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeesh.
No.
Moving
Nope,
on.
not what I meant. And then I don't really know if anybody cares too much about this movie, but the new trailer for Disney's Nutcracker in the Four Realms
Oh,
came out.
that's
Yeah,
exciting.
of course people care about this.
Fuck yeah.
I guess okay, this is just where
It's funny
I'm
'cause you
coming
asked us
from.
before we started recording. We're like, nah, we don't give a fuck about this.
I just think it kind of looks just like the Alice in Wonderland movies, and I wasn't a huge fan of those, so I'm not like too on board with this, but I'm hoping it's good for Disney.
What is the Nutcracker in the Four Realms? Is it like an adaptation
idea.
of a book? Is it?
Or a play or
I
something.
don't
I don't know
really
anything
much about
about
it.
it. Yeah.
It must have something to do with the Nutcracker, right?
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Well, yeah. That sounds,
Yeah.
yeah.
It'll be a nice little Christmas flick.
I guess that's what they're going for.
Yeah, I'm pretty
You
sure
think?
that's like all they can do
Yeah.
with this movie. So, but that's pretty much all we had for movies this week. So
Dude,
not that
news at all.
exciting.
Yeah.
But moving on to TV's extras, I think the biggest thing they were talking about was Henry Cavill being
Dude.
cast in The Witcher for Netflix.
It's like he just asked for it and he got it.
Yeah, because
Like-
a few months ago,
He
he was like,
asked-
"Oh, I'd do that. I would love to play Geralt." And then
Literally 2 weeks ago, yeah, he had said a while ago that he would love to do that, and then 2 weeks ago he posted a picture of him as Geralt, pretty much like a photoshopped picture.
Wow.
So they must have just been like, "Hey,
you think they were
They're
just
like,
like,
"You know, that's a good
nothing's
idea."
been announced with this movie at all. We got to do something. Let's pick our
I
lead."
mean, it works. He's already jacked, you know. He's British, right?
Yeah.
I think he's Australian.
No, he's
Australian?
not Australian.
He's British.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's from the UK.
So yeah, I don't know. It works.
Didn't we have this issue last time?
I told y'all this is I'm just gonna my first guess on people's nationality
No, I
now
think
is just
you're
gonna be
talking about somebody
Australian.
else.
Yeah, it was somebody else, but my first guess with everything
Australian.
is
It's just always going to be Australian. Hugh Jackman.
Cool thing about, or interesting thing about this is that this isn't actually an adaptation of the games, right? It's an
No,
adaptation of
it's
the
a-
book series
yeah.
that the games would have been based on. So
Which I think I don't know how like connected they are, but I feel like it's probably smarter that they're doing it off the
I mean
books.
that doesn't like doom it right out the gate anymore, right? Because
I mean, I don't think
at
so.
least for video game adaptions of things, normally you're looking at
Yeah, and it's different if it's also to a TV show and not a movie.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I
They
was
can with
thinking.
TV if it's 10 episodes they can do cool shit. With
Right,
a movie
right.
that's an hour you can't,
Right.
or 2 hours.
It's either hit or miss. In
Yeah.
most cases, it's a miss.
Have we had any good video game TV shows that come to mind?
Not anything I can think of.
Beyblades is good. I think it started off as those little top things. Though. Mega Man. I think that
the Kirby cartoon was okay.
yeah, yeah. I guess you all did just prove some points.
I mean, not really.
But yeah, so that's cool. At least I guess we'll see how that goes. I feel like some people are kind of skeptical about it, but I don't really
excited
know
to
much
see.
about The Witcher, so
Yeah, I mean, I
I
don't-
kind
I
of do
don't
want to
know.
watch it just to
I'm
see.
just excited that Henry Cavill's in it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I
I've seen,
mean-
like in other roles.
I mean, people love The
besides-
Witcher, so
I have no idea what it's about, to be honest.
They love that Witcher.
everyone tells me to play Witcher 3, but I'm like, I don't really want to put 100 hours into like another game.
Well, the same people will tell you play Witcher 2 first.
I'm
That's
not gonna
another
do-
100
I'm not
hours.
going to do that.
Yeah. So, but anyway, moving on to House of Cards news.
Oh,
Apparently, Frank Underwood's fate in the final season has been revealed.
Oh, what is it?
He's dead.
Oh, spoiler.
So
Sorry.
it starts with
Jesus.
him.
Well, they put it in the trailer or the
Oh.
teaser.
The teaser is
she's like standing over a coffin.
Okay.
So
they literally show it and it says like Francis J. Underwood and it says the year when he died and everything.
yeah. So I think it's kind of crazy that they're like already revealing that, but I guess it's coming out soon, isn't it?
I guess it's like
Yeah.
get it
January.
out the gate, right? Get people in.
Yeah, because I guess like if you're going into it not knowing, you can be less disappointed if you were like if you already get the disappointment out of the way.
Right.
Not that it's disappointing. It's just like what are they gonna do?
The
with
majority
it?
of people, I feel like, are probably this is the way they wanted that to go.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
exactly.
It's kind of what I definitely expected
Oh
them
yeah,
to do.
I fully expected it. So
It's going to suck.
You think?
Yeah, I do.
I feel like we'll just have to see
Very much so.
with the first episode, and then we'll go from there. But also Iron Fist season 2 apparently is getting good reviews.
Yeah, which
from
surprises
Omar.
me.
Omar's really excited about
No,
this
it's just
for
like
some
I
reason.
saw a lot of reviews about it because I was wondering like it kind of came out of nowhere. At least I didn't realize it was dropping this soon.
I didn't know either.
Yeah,
I had
and then
no
when I saw
clue.
that it dropped, I just went to check on the reviews for it, and it got reviewed really, really well. And that's surprising, just because the past couple of seasons of like Luke Cage, Jessica Jones, and everything, it's not that they were horrible. I feel like all those season 2s got reviewed a little bit higher, I guess, but they still sucked for the most part. So this one, I don't know. I might watch it.
I had heard that Iron Fist was cool in Luke Cage season 2, so I guess maybe they tried to continue
Oh,
whatever
shit,
they
I
did.
don't
Oh, I
know.
forgot
haven't
Luke
seen
Cage season 2 came out.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I didn't watch
That
it.
was in, like,
I
June.
I just heard from a lot of people. They said he like his character was a lot better.
Yeah, I saw the trailer for Iron Fist season 2, and it impressed me. But then again, the trailer for the first season impressed me, and the first season fucking sucked. So I don't know.
Damn.
We'll see though.
Yeah. When is that supposed to come out again?
Motherfucker.
What did you say?
It came
Season
out-
2?
it
It's
came
out.
Friday,
Came out
yeah.
Thursday.
Oh, it did.
Friday.
Okay, never mind. I
Came
thought.
out, got good reviews.
Okay, I
Just
thought
had
it
a
was
whole
like coming out
conversation
this.
about
I'm sorry. I thought it was coming out like this week for some reason,
No.
and they were like just putting the
No.
reviews
Nope.
out. All right, never mind then.
That
Well,
shit's out.
Yeah, well, everyone
and
give it a
about.
shot if you can. And that's pretty much it for the TV news too. So moving on to
Dang.
some video game extras. This week's Nintendo Direct got delayed after an earthquake, which sucks. Like that's
In Japan, right?
It-
yeah.
yeah, it's really sad, and I don't know how bad. I didn't like read too much into it. I don't know how bad the earthquake was, but
I don't know either. What was
It
it?
was really bad if that's.
well, I mean, even if it's like not as bad, I feel like they still have to do it like for safety
Yeah,
precautions
that's true.
to like delay everything. But I know everybody was really excited about this Nintendo Direct. So did they say when they're gonna have it now?
I don't think they came out with a date, but they just said when things calm down, we'll do the direct.
I would guess it would be next week, right?
Well, yeah, we got to see fucking Broly sometime.
No, I feel like they're gonna. I mean, because they have to give more details on the Switch Online because it literally launches this month.
You think they forgot that it was coming out this month?
No, they're probably like in distress right
It
now,
is
trying to
weird.
figure it out.
It is weird that they haven't said it. Like they announced it, and then there's been like nothing on it.
What,
on
the
on the
online?
Nintendo Online?
Well,
yeah.
that's probably what the Direct was for.
I guess. I guess you're right.
I feel like it was gonna be that. It was gonna be that, maybe Smash stuff and Yoshi and Mario Party stuff.
Yoshi, Mario Party, Broly, and
Because the
Nintendo
Yoshi,
Online.
this is already on. Oh, I put this on here. Bailey was probably about to read it, but the Yoshi game that's coming out, they think it's gonna be called Crafted World, Yoshi's Crafted World, because it leaked somewhere on the internet. That
not
was,
Epic Yarn
no,
Oh.
or Woolly World, no.
or the Woolly World.
no. But I mean, it's a similar theme, you know.
I was betting on like Woolly Planet.
Yeah, I just thought it was gonna be another yarn game, but
Why is How did Yoshi get so into this fucking yarn thing? Like, why they start making like yarn Yoshi stuff?
I don't know. They were just successful games, I guess.
But how'd the
It's just
first one
cool,
even
It's
start?
a cool art style. It was on
Yeah.
Wii U, and 3DS,
Right.
I think.
It's just weird.
Yeah, I don't know.
Just a little strange.
Yeah.
It's okay. We'll see Broly soon.
They also apparently announced that crossplay on PS4 ain't happening.
Like at all? So at all, not for any.
It's
game.
not. It's not gonna happen.
Is this just your opinion?
No, the dude, one of the guys from PlayStation said that, like, he doesn't really feel like. I don't know exactly what he said, but basically said PlayStation's the best place to play.
So you're prepared to sit here right now, Tyler, and say that it is never happening?
Is
Not
that
for-
what they said?
I don't
or
think
Is
it-
that what you think?
Oh, I thought this was like.
Yeah.
He said
An official-
someone asked the dude about crossplay. I keep saying the dude. I don't know who it was,
Right.
but it was a
The
big
Sony
Mark-
man.
It was a big guy at Sony, yeah, and he
Let's call
said,
him.
like, basically he didn't even feel the need to answer the question because PlayStation's the best place. He just
Well,
shot
I mean,
him
that's-
down.
Oh, I did read that where he said that that was their big excuse, right? That
He literally just
the
shot.
reason why we don't need crossplay is because we're trying to preserve like the PlayStation's the best place to play. We don't want to open it up to other and
they were like,
degrade the experience.
Yeah,
They
and he-
basically
and he was like, and you can
looped
play with
right
people
around.
on PC.
That sucks.
Yeah, because see, there's the headlines from this is like Sony doesn't have cross-play Fortnite because other consoles suck.
More or less.
Or oh wow, and then Xbox bought. Oh wow, they're gonna big old feud now. We're gonna get into all that.
Who?
Let's just talk about Broly. Is that not even on here? You're not gonna even entertain it?
Because it's a rumor.
Whatever.
What
It's a
is
ru-
it?
Broly. Matt thinks there's this rumor.
not that Matt
there's
thinks,
this
Matt
rumor-
sees.
There's this rumor mill going around on the internet that Broly from Dragon Ball Z is going to be a character in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
I'll tell you what. There's a picture and Funimation verified Twitter account for the
It would-
anime page
No, but it would,
tweeted out the picture.
it would be Goku. It wouldn't be Broly.
Where are they getting Broly from?
Broly's in a movie that's about to come out. Broly's a big.
Or maybe it's both of them.
Broly is like a fan favorite character, but they would put Goku first.
But okay,
And that would be this would be the first Smash character that's like not adapted from another game. It's literally just adapted from an anime.
you don't
which-
think that there could be say 2 or 3 Dragon Ball Z characters in this game, and they're starting off not with Goku?
that would be insane.
Oh, I said 2 or 3. What would be so obscure about that being
Well,
the third
yeah,
one?
I feel like they would do Goku and Broly would be an Echo or vice
yeah,
versa.
that's what I was thinking.
But
It was
it's
like an Echo.
still that's such a shot in the dark. Like
It definitely is.
I
But
mean,
speaking of shot in the dark,
would
there's
love it.
there's a fighter challenger approaching thing. and
Granted, I'm not saying I don't want it. I would fucking love that.
whoever the sick
It's
fuck
just-
is out there that made this fake picture, then
It's convincing.
it's convincing. You're causing a lot of arguments.
That's probably what they were trying to do. So.
I don't think it's gonna happen.
Maybe they should take lemon shots.
Oh, jeez. Okay, we're moving on then. So, Final Fantasy 15 Pocket Edition is coming to consoles most likely. So,
You want that?
No.
It's
Why?
it's basically the mobile version of the game. It's the same game, I think. I'm pretty sure. How
So
that's
why is that
possible?
going to be on a console?
I don't know, because like
No,
because
no.
people like those cutesy games on Switch,
Wait.
like Angelo.
It's the same game as the.
Yeah.
So why would then they port that back to console? That makes no sense.
I have no idea.
There's no way.
No idea. Because for things
Keep
like Switch, I
talking.
guess.
I'll find it on here.
Look it up.
Okay.
I'm not making it up.
I know you're not making up the story. I'm gonna look up the game on the App Store and see if it's the same game. Final Fantasy 15. I know it exists.
Also, shout out if you want to get a.
I know it probably sounds like we're talking to each other or to ourselves anyway, because Angela's way over there with no microphone. Yeah,
If
but it's
you-
a different game.
This is a big deal. If you want to get a free Keyblade in Kingdom Hearts 3, you can play the Kingdom Hearts Union X game or whatever on mobile.
That's true.
And it just looks like it's like a mini game version of it, and you can just. I don't know what you have to do, but if you play it, you can get a free Keyblade.
And the Keyblade looks really cool.
It does look really fucking cool. It's just cool because it's Kingdom Hearts 3, man. You know. It's just wild.
Wow.
Fallout 76.
So it's the same. It's the same like story, I guess.
I think so. I believe
Okay, that makes a little
because the game is huge, so I don't think.
Yeah, exciting adventure that anyone can play using simple. So it's like they took the story and some of the elements of the story in the world and everything, and then just added touch controls and like chibi characters.
Yeah, they're cartoony.
And I
I'm like-
guess there's some kind of demand for that to then be ported
There
back
isn't.
to the console.
There
There's
isn't.
got to be, right? Why are they?
maybe for people like Mark Rogers.
Shout out Mark Rogers.
I'm
To the
sorry, I
mobile
went to
game
go pee.
market.
Did y'all find it? What you were looking for?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I found it.
Okay, cool.
I mean, it's kind of like the Elder Scrolls thing they're doing, right? Where you can play on your phone. What's that called? Like Elder Scroll, the Blades or whatever.
Blades, yeah.
Where you can play on your phone with people that are like on their fucking Oculus VR playing it, and it's like, well, is that ever really gonna happen? Like, are you gonna spend your time when you're on your console playing a game like that? I don't know. Maybe so. I'm
did
just
y'all-
shitting on mobile games again.
Did y'all talk about the Fallout 76 yet?
No.
Okay,
No.
so I don't know anything about this, but there is new details for Fallout 76.
Yeah, basically they revealed some like details about the plot, the campaign, or whatever you want to call it, and it revolves around you're looking for Vault 76 Overseer that disappeared and like left instructions for you to find her or something like that. And then apparently close towards the end of the game, there's something happens where you can like control nukes and everything too. Like yeah, and you can just like nuke shit.
Do they say anything about like maybe like how long the actual story part is, or
No.
That's what I'm the most intrigued by, because I feel like if the big part of this game is like the world and exploring it with other people and like doing like side shit and stuff, I feel like the actual campaign itself it feels like it could be shorter. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? I don't know.
They said quote unquote a lengthy multi-part story that takes place across West Virginia.
Nice.
I mean,
West
Fallout
Virginia.
main quests are always like a good
yeah.
length, but you can speed through it
Right.
for sure.
Well, no, and if it ends up being the same length as like Fallout 3 and Fallout 4, that's pretty much, what I would hope.
Yeah, because those games are very
Right.
doable.
It's again,
Like,
it's like we don't totally know what to
for
expect.
me when
with
I
this game.
play those games, I start with the main quest and do a few main quest missions, but then I just venture off and do other shit, and then I just go
Yeah.
back to the main quest just every now and then.
Right.
And that's just how I play it because it's just more fun that way.
I agree with you.
Nice.
I hope that game's good.
Me too, because if
I do
it's
too, just because I want to hear West Virginia. all
I
the
mean, their
time.
games are always
West Virginia,
the games are always good. I don't see how it would be bad.
Take me home.
I feel like I just want that song to be on a loop the entire time. I'd be happy with it, honestly. Cause it's
You
on
probably
a,
can, because normally in Fallout you have like your radio station, you can tune
Just
it and
put
play
on
music and stuff.
Mountain Mama. That's what the station would be. Okay, again. We already talked about Yoshi, right? The yarn.
Yeah.
Okay,
We were trying to figure out how we
well,
got-
then that is it for the video game extras as well. So we can move on to, I guess it's our big meat / honorable mentions.
Yeah.
But our big meat, the
Oh, yeah.
that big Spidey
Oh
meat.
yeah.
Yeah, I like that big Spidey.
We all started Spider-Man,
Fuck yeah, we did.
and my God, we got some thoughts.
Some thoughts.
Yeah.
Do
some-
initial reactions, maybe.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
feel like full disclosure is that nobody at this table has beaten the
No.
main story or probably even come close to it.
I'm like
Um,
21%.
Yeah, I think we've all like sunk a decent amount of time into
Right.
just like exploring the world, and we've all been playing it a lot the past 2 days. So we can't really comment too much on the story. So wherever
wanna
we
give anything away
yeah, we
either,
don't want to give away
so-
anything that we've seen, but also I feel like just everything that we're saying is probably going to include. It's going to cover more like the gameplay parts of it,
Yeah.
right? It's not
Yeah.
going to really take into account the story because we
Right.
we just don't know yet, and it would be weird to try to comment on it. We haven't seen it towards the end. I love this game.
I do too.
I love it so much. I'm just having so much fun just like exploring New York and just collecting the backpacks and like just like it's never been to this point before where like I have so much fun doing side shit because I hate doing side shit in games.
I do too, actually, because I didn't even, like, whenever I was playing all the Arkham games, I wouldn't even do that much side stuff. But for this, I find myself, like, getting lost in the side stuff, so
Right.
then
And
I'm
it's
not
'cause
even going that far in the story.
It's like a lot of cool things for you to unlock too once you do
Yeah.
such shit.
Yeah.
The map is huge.
Yeah, the maps.
There's so much to explore.
Right. I can't tell though how big actually is the map because I
It's-
feel like
it's-
I've already unlocked like the whole map.
Because I was playing earlier today, and basically you have to get these towers or whatever to
Yeah.
unlock
Right.
the whole
Right.
map, and like I've already gotten half of them, and
Do
I've
you
barely
think?
played the game.
Do you think more of the map's gonna unlock? Like, is there gonna be
No.
more of New York? Or you think that's it?
I think that's
because
it.
my initial impression of it was like just compared to other open world games was that it was kind of small, but that doesn't bother me.
the game is basically it is open worlded, but it's doable open worlded, which is what makes
Yeah.
it more.
It's not like
enjoyable.
overwhelming like
Yeah.
when
That's-
every new Assassin's
Which is
Creed
better,
games comes
right.
out and it's always like, oh, this map is 3 times bigger than the last one, which
Yeah.
was already like 3 times bigger than the one before that, and it's like, well, do I really want to do that? Do I want to like climb to the towers and like
Yeah.
unlock? You know what I mean? So this is like very much more manageable.
I mean, yeah, and like
It's not overwhelming.
yeah, like everything with just how big the world is, how polished it feels, and the and like all the upgrades and everything. I mean, it's very Ratchet and Clank
Oh, for sure.
because those
So much.
because those games
a lot of the sounds, in like the menu
Yeah.
screens and stuff. It's like
Uh-huh.
this is just I.
because those games have big worlds for sure, but it's the same thing where those games are
Well, it-
manageable to do everything.
Yeah, and those
it's-
games
it's
are
the
like,
same way.
but they're very linear, right? I mean, they're
Mhm.
not. you
Yeah,
know.
for sure.
But yeah, I think another big part of why it's just so much fun to do all this side shit is just how much fun it actually is to like be Spider-Man and like swing around, and the mechanics of like web swing just feel so solid, like even
Yes.
more than you would have possibly thought. Because watching all like the E3 stuff constantly and all the trailers we've seen up until now, it always looked like so much fun. But then once you actually have the controller in your hand, it's just like
It's a
you
huge-
find yourself just like constantly swinging around.
Yeah,
man.
Like
It's-
I feel like I'm never in the streets unless I'm doing like I'm
Right.
trying to save something.
Right.
But I feel like it's so easy to get around too. Like
Oh,
it's
for
so
sure.
much easier than I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah, and
So
that's
you-
the thing. It's like a huge upgrade from the Amazing Spider-Man games because I don't know if you guys played them.
I never played them. I had heard one of them like wasn't awful though.
The first one was an awful.
Yeah.
The second one was complete shit. And the swinging, dude, it sucks. Like I mean, if you really compare the two, this is a huge step up. But I'm sure you guys have played the original Spider-Man games
Mm-hmm.
for the movies, the movie games. And I mean, the swinging obviously you can't compare the two, but I mean those were still fun. But yeah, no, the Amazing Spider-Man games just overall suck. But no, you could really tell like I mean, the swing is amazing, dude. Just everything, and the suits. What do you guys think about the suits and how many options we have?
I love how many suits there are.
I think some of them are funny, but I'm never gonna use them.
Yeah, like the noir one, I don't like at all.
I don't really want to see him running around in that. Like I just don't feel like a superhero.
There's a few that I'm just kind of like, I don't know. It's not something I'm ever gonna play as. I'm sure there are people out there that would.
Right.
And that's fine, right? I mean, because I love like the fucking Iron Spider suit and the Homecoming suit
For
and
sure. Absolutely.
the main suit is so cool. It almost it almost makes you not even want to switch off of that one because I just love like the
Yeah.
white accents on it and everything.
What's funny is I put on the Iron Spider one, and then I eventually just switched back to the
Yeah,
original.
because I love the original one, but then like the other Iron Man esque like Mark suit looks really cool,
Yeah.
and so I really do like the suits a lot. And I haven't even probably seen half of them yet. So
And so yeah, it's not every suit comes with a superpower, right? Just certain ones.
no, I think every suit's got a power, and then the cool thing is once you unlock the
Well, no,
power,
'cause
you
I
can-
was-
You can use it with whatever suit.
yeah, you just
Yeah,
you,
but so wait, there's like 26 total suits, right?
Yeah.
But I don't think there's 26 total superpowers. I think some suits are without superpowers.
you think?
Yeah, from what I was reading.
Oh, because
Um,
I've unlocked like I've probably got like 10 or 11 of them, and every single one came with a
yeah,
power.
same here so far. But I think the last 3 maybe they were saying something about.
Okay, maybe some of the ones like
Something
the
like-
one you unlock for getting all the backpacks, maybe.
Yeah,
doesn't
something
have
like that.
a.
Or I'm not sure if you get to play with the shirtless Spider-Man or no, or was he just in the game?
Yeah, I think it's just like a cameo.
Just
I
an-
don't think it's
yeah,
an
cameo?
actual
Shit.
suit. Because you
That's
see
crazy
this
how
like
they threw him in there though.
Oh yeah, I know that. I think that it's like really funny. I actually love like all the little quirks in this game, like when you run into people on
yeah.
the streets
For
and
sure,
stuff, like all the
absolutely.
comments they say.
Yeah, and just everything. I mean, like if you guys have noticed, there's like shout outs to Spider-Man 3, Spider-Man 2.
Oh yeah, they
just a couple
they
of
do
them.
stuff from all like most
Yeah,
of the
that's
movies.
fucking amazing, dude.
You can do like
I
the
love
finger
that shit.
guns from 3, can't
Spider-Man
you?
3, yeah. Trending on Twitter.
I actually didn't
One
know
night
you could
before.
do that.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
awesome.
I'm guessing you unlock it at some point. But
Oh, okay.
yeah, and obviously, like we said, we don't really want to talk too much about the plot or any spoilers or anything. But there's certain characters. I guess I didn't really look too much into this game because I didn't want to spoil it for myself. But there's certain characters I didn't even know were in the game or had that much of a part to do with the game. Because I mean, this is like a 8-year experience, version of Spider-Man.
Right. It's like
And,
takes place. Right.
8 years
8 years
ago,
after he
yeah.
became
Right,
Spider-Man.
right.
think
But I
he's
mean, there's
like-
certain things that have happened, certain things haven't happened.
Yeah.
Which, like, what we're used to would have happened, like, in the comics or movies and stuff like that. So I'm really curious to see where it goes.
I just feel like I'm going to be playing this game for forever because I'm going to want to get everything.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Right.
And not even because I'm actually going through this game faster than like only in 2
Usually,
days. But
yeah.
I mean, I usually takes me way longer to like go through
It's
stuff.
just
but
one of those games where like
you
you
get sucked in
realistically
really
can
easily.
sit there and try to platinum it because
Yeah.
there's not an overwhelming amount of stuff to do,
For sure.
and like we we're saying, a lot of it is so much fun.
And you know,
Um,
like we were saying about the map being smaller, I think because it's like the map is so much smaller, but everything, all the stuff you need to like go to and unlock and see, it's all kind of cluttered, but in a good way.
See, I don't know. I feel like the map is huge.
I don't think it's spread out that bad.
It's
Well-
literally just like
Yeah.
it's like a. You know,
The
it's
thing
like a
is,
block.
it feels big. It feels like the
Well, yeah.
size it
Well, I
should,
guess
but
I'm comparing it to, like, the other Spider-Man games, probably.
yeah, I mean,
But-
the thing is, like, it's if you compare it more to like
Other
just
games?
like
Yeah, no,
open
for
world
sure, I see
games
that,
right
yeah.
now, I think it is a lot smaller.
Yeah, because when I looked at the map and saw how big it was, I was like, "This is very manageable." Because I've been playing I've played a million open world games and it's a headache.
Yeah,
So-
well, to be honest, normally I'm turned off by open world
Yeah.
games, and it's not to say I don't still play them. It's just like
It's
with the
too much of a
Assassin's Creed
time
games.
commitment.
Yeah, I'll sit there and I, for the most part, just power through the main story because it's like I don't care about doing all this stuff.
Yeah.
It's not as interesting. But
Not
like we
many
we're saying, the
games-
stuff
yeah.
they just add context to everything you do. Like the backpacks, just like seeing different pieces of Peter Parker's history, and then just like everything you start collecting, like the research towers, the Black Cat stuff. Like it's really really fun. It's like worth doing.
Oh, for sure. And I really
So-
thought it was cool too. Like when you're in the lab and you're working and you're like,
Oh, I
doing
love
stuff,
the
dude. I mean, that's fucking awesome.
I love the little mini games.
Yeah, the fact that they like let you experience that.
Yeah.
So
Really
Ratchet and
cool.
Yeah, I mean
so
it's literally
Bioshock.
pulled straight from Ratchet and Clank,
Yeah.
which I think is
Yeah.
so awesome.
So yeah, no, I mean, I'm really really excited to see where it goes.
Yeah, I mean,
Exciting.
And then, as everybody knows too, there will be DLC for it out in
Oh, for
only
sure.
like a month ish.
Well, I think every month they're gonna be dropping one, right?
Yeah.
It's 3 and yeah. So
Yeah, so that'll be really cool.
for sure, absolutely.
Because I'm sure a lot of people will beat the game by then,
Yeah.
and then you can just go right back to it.
Yeah,
I think I'm gonna beat this game kind of quick
same.
because
Yeah.
I know like I'm just gonna play it all next week and like
It's gonna be my second platinum trophy.
you're gonna platinum it.
Yeah,
Damn.
yeah. This and Jack and Daxter.
Jack and Daxter.
you heard it here first. So I guess our first initial reactions, pretty much just
It lived to the hype,
overwhelmingly.
honestly. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
I think it's probably pretty stupid to even say anything like this, but just because we're having this show and this discussion, like why not? I think this game is great and I absolutely love it. But it did like put to bed like if there was any slight uncertainty about like what I would say that at this point the game of the year contenders are. Like I think that God of War is just like a different game. You know what I mean? Like
Totally.
I don't know how to
Yeah.
say like I don't want to knock Spider-Man at all. I just feel like God of War is like on that level of like perfection, and then this game is
It's-
like mostly really really great. But I just
God of War storytelling is like as meta
that's what
as
it is.
meta as it can
it's
be.
the storytelling, and it's just like I think there's just something about the achievement of God of War that like this game is great. Don't get me wrong, and I'm like super looking forward to. And I didn't even platinum God of War, so it's probably more fun almost to like exist and swing around in this world. But I guess the big thing to take away though is just like all these PS4 exclusives. They just been like fucking
Oh, yeah.
nailing them.
killing it.
For sure.
All right, well, that is our first reactions for the 2 days we've played Spider-Man,
yeah.
but we still
The
kind of love it.
20% of
So,
the game we've
yeah,
played.
exactly. So, I mean, I would still suggest like get it
Oh,
if you
for sure.
haven't.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, if you haven't gotten it yet, buy that
get it.
PS4. to buy that red one and just.
Worth it.
Oh God,
Dude, it's
yes,
so pretty,
man. I
man.
wish.
Yeah.
All right, whatever. That makes
got
me
stuck
sad.
with
I
the
don't even want to talk
fucking-
about that.
Oh, yeah.
I know, with your camo. It's
Stop.
fine. So we're going to move on to the honorable mentions. This is the part of the show where we talk about something or some things that we've been watching, playing, listening, reading, touching, and beyond that we want to tell y'all about. So, you want to go first, Matt?
Me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you want to talk about this together, Jack Ryan?
Yeah, let's do it.
that's-
Because that's
All right,
yours
you
too.
two guys.
Yeah.
Talk
All right.
about it first.
So me and Omar both finished Jack Ryan. What'd you think?
Okay, how do you feel about the first episode?
I think the first episode is like a 10 out of 10. I think the first episode is absolutely perfect.
How about the other episodes?
How about the other episode?
No, because I mean, I've got something to say about that.
I think the whole show is solid,
Mm-hmm.
I'll say. I was never bored watching it. There have been a lot of shows that I've watched where I have to like sludge through
Kinda
it.
force it, yeah.
I think there was never a point during the show where I was like, I don't really want to be watching this.
Right.
I was interested the whole time. The first episode was so perfect to me. I did notice by like the third episode, I was like, it didn't keep building up.
Exactly.
Like it didn't get better and better.
Right.
It's just kind of like it plateaued.
It was constant.
And then I think some point, maybe like 4 or 5, there's another like really great
Right.
episode, but it was still just like, okay,
Yeah.
where's this all going? And then I got to be honest, I thought the last episode was the weakest episode of the whole show.
100% agree with
and
that,
like
yeah.
even there were parts of the last episode where I was like, oh wait, this might be really good, but it was just those last like 10 minutes and the way it ended, I was just like, oh man, like
The
what a
very
letdown.
First, the very first episode set, it was just, I don't know. I guess I was expecting maybe not the rest of the episodes, but at least the last one, like the season finale, to be as epic or as good
Right.
or whatever. Because the first episode started off not weak for me, but I was like, okay, let me see where this goes. But by the time it ended, by the time it wrapped up, I was
Mm-hmm. Oh,
like, dude,
God,
I need
yeah.
more of this fucking show. You know, I
Right.
was really excited. Not to say like I didn't like the rest of the episodes, even 2, 3, 4, whatever. I did, but it just wasn't up there as
Yeah.
much, whatever. Story wise, I mean, they could
It's-
have wrapped up the season a little bit. Like I just feel like
I don't
took
think
the-
they did justice to
No, not at
the
all.
villain at all.
No, which
At
I mean,
all.
I liked them a lot.
I've loved the
I
villain.
fucking- yeah,
I mean,
he's
it
so
was almost
interesting.
like as much as John Krasinski is perfect in
Yeah.
this, and I think he's just so good in everything. He's just so charming and
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
charismatic, and it's like you could throw him into any role, and he's gonna nail it. I think the villain in this. Do you know his
Oh.
name? The actor's name by any chance? I kind of
No.
want to look it up just to give him like the chops he deserves because
Dude,
the
he's
villain
amazing.
was
Yeah.
awesome. I think he stole the show almost
Yeah,
more than
I really
John
enjoyed
Krasinski
him. I
did.
enjoyed his relationship
With his brother?
With his brother,
It was
dude. I
great.
mean that, yeah, and that was the thing at the very end of the first episode.
Yeah.
That's what got me.
Oh,
I
dude,
fucking
that's what
loved
I
it,
was like.
man.
When a show
That's-
makes you tear
when
up
start-
in the
exactly.
first episode,
Yeah,
you
and
know
the
you
last
got
five-
something
the last
special.
5 minutes, just everything that happened, even in the interrogation room or whatever, jail cell, whatever they were in.
Dang, you want to know something interesting?
What?
So the villain's name is Suleiman, right?
Uh-huh.
The actor's name is Ali Suleiman.
Damn.
There you go.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool that my
Whoa.
voice just cracked. Whenever you hear about a villain being really good in a TV show, it's always more interesting just because villains always end up sucking. Like they always end up sucking in TV
And
shows.
is that
Right.
okay? I mean,
And so it
that's-
turns you more on to like
that's
the
what sucks
show
about it,
when
just
you
the way-
hear that the villain actually is
yeah,
decent.
the way that they wrap up his story, whatever. Not to spoil anything, but like he said, I mean,
It just I don't think it does justice
at
to the
all. I mean,
character
yeah,
that
he's
they've
great.
spent all this time
Yeah.
building up.
But no, like you said, dude, John Krasinski, honestly, he killed it. My only problem with that, though,
Well, yeah, I do want to get into a
yeah,
little bit more.
have you seen any of the other Jack Ryans?
No, I
Any
haven't.
of the movie or whatever?
Is-
Yeah, Jack Ryan is more of a,
Is he?
I guess you could say like an active.
I was gonna say, is he always just like out?
No.
Like my biggest problem with the show is like after the first episode, the majority of times that there was any kind of action? Crazy stuff going on,
Yeah.
it was like, wow, this is awesome, and then it cuts to like John Krasinski's at his desk somewhere doing
Right.
something.
No, I mean, that's
like it
not-
was just
that's-
like,
that
and
was
it
my
wasn't
problem.
always like that.
Yeah,
he had
that-
some great parts, but there was just a lot of times where I was like, why would they not write him? Like,
A lot of
why
the
was he not
action-
there?
A lot of the action he wasn't in, pretty
Right.
much. But I guess the main things or whatever he was for a few seconds, and I mean, obviously, once again, dude, John Krasinski, yeah, like I mean, I really enjoyed him in this.
Yeah,
role.
everything he's in.
But as much as I enjoyed him in this role, the character of Jack Ryan, I think they could have
done a little
added
better.
more action.
Yeah,
or
yeah.
whatever, you know?
I think the cool thing though, because I feel like the show is going to be a success for Amazon.
Yeah.
I want to say I mean, I think I've heard a lot of people talking
They
about
ordered
it.
the second season before the first one
Okay,
even
so there
came
is a
out.
second season.
Yeah,
I think there are two big problems with this, and it's like the ending of the villain and then just the fact that they had John Krasinski's characters away from the action so much. And those are two things that I think they'll fix in a heartbeat in
That's
season
the thing.
2. They're going to listen to people, and I think the second season of the show will be really, really
The
good.
John Krasinski thing, that's really easy to fix.
Oh, yeah.
For season 2. The other thing, I mean,
you can't necessarily, but I think that they'll...
yeah, they could have a nicer approach.
And
for
if
next
they've got
season
the
with
same kind of writers, I think they could
Right,
write another
exactly.
really interesting villain
Yeah.
character and maybe just do it something a little bit different towards the end
exactly.
with
But
him.
no, I mean, honestly, overall, yeah, I really do recommend it.
I
mean,
definitely
a lot
do too. It's 8 episodes.
Yeah, so many people were hating on it though.
Really?
I guess, yeah. Well, here's the thing. Once again, they were comparing it to the other Jack Ryan movies or whatever. Here's the thing: the Chris Pine Jack Ryan movie, like, it sucked. But
I was gonna say, how does it
That's
stack
not one
up?
of the well-known ones.
in yeah, I mean,
Harrison
Are like the
Ford
Harrison
one.
Ford
and
ones
then,
well
what's
received?
his
Yeah,
name?
they're very well
Tom
received.
Cruise.
No,
Why
not
did I
Tom
think Tom
Cruise.
Cruise
That was
had?
Because he's Jack
Jack-
Reacher.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
It's Jesus, Harrison Ford, Ben Affleck,
Yeah, Affleck, yeah.
Yeah.
But
and Sean Connery too back in the day. I believe that's right.
But with them, it was like a lot more action or whatever.
Were they always movies or were any of those shows?
I think it was all
Movies,
movies.
yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, I guess this is the first time you see him in a TV show. I guess you do need maybe a little bit more of story, a little bit more emotions, maybe a little less action. So I do understand that. And yeah, dude, like emotionally and everything. See, I didn't know what the hell was going on with Jack Ryan, honestly, like the character in the show. But towards the end, when they start kind of not wrapping up his story, but
they go
showing you exactly like
Some of this, like the
Yeah,
Cuddy
I found that-
flashbacks they
yeah,
showed at the
I
beginning.
really
yeah.
enjoyed that.
Oh, me too.
So no, I mean, yeah. Once again, I recommend it. I'm really looking forward to the next season because anything like any problems I had with it, easily
They'll
fixable.
fix them.
So,
They'll
yeah.
definitely fix
So,
them.
yeah.
And again, the problems don't break the show anyway. And it's
Oh, no,
8 episodes,
sure.
so just watch it. I mean, I think I finished the show in like 2 days or 3 days.
Yeah,
like
officially like Tuesday night.
yeah, it
Wait,
was-
it's 8 or 10?
8.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
it's
that's
really
the thing.
short.
I really enjoyed the fact that it was 8. I mean,
Yeah, me
I didn't
too.
need like a 13 episode season.
And to the
Kinda worked.
episodes, like some of them were like close to an hour, but some of them were like
The
45.
first one, the first one was like right over an hour. Some of them were 45.
Yeah, so like it really is pretty short.
Yeah.
So.
So
Nice.
I was wrong, by the way. Sean Connery was not. He was in it. He was in the first one, but it was Alec Baldwin.
You've ruined it. We got to talk about it
Alec
again.
Baldwin.
Just to correct myself.
Cut it, re-record it.
Love that man's
Just
career.
kidding. All right.
Yeah, so everybody watch Jack Ryan if
is
you
that a
haven't.
sushi order?
Where? Oh, yeah.
Dude, it's been
I
at-
wrote the
it's been at the
sushi
top
order
of
for
the-
us like 2 weeks
snow
ago
crab and a
on
soup.
the doc, and then
Alright.
just didn't delete it because I thought it was really funny.
She also put it in like the header part.
I did,
so
so it's on
if you,
each
if you scroll to
page.
each, yeah.
Oh god.
So you just like keep scrolling and you see 2 snow crab rolls, a salmon avocado roll.
soup.
Anyway, I'll just go with mine real quick. I started Mr. Robot season 3, and that show is fucking amazing, and I can now see how this is going to end in season 4, which again, I'm still not exactly excited about it because I just love this show so much. So I obviously just want it to continue, but I'm glad it's going to end because I know if this story kept continuing on, like for 3 more seasons, it would be bad. Like
Right.
there's nothing else you can do with the story anymore, and they know that. So, but now that I'm watching season 3, I'm like halfway through, I think, at this point. But yeah, I can definitely see how it's going to be ending soon. So, but it's amazing. My God.
think
I
it's the
just
best
watched
season.
this episode where it's just one continuous shot throughout the entire episode, and it's the coolest thing I've ever seen, like in a TV show.
It's actually beautiful.
I love the way it's shot. So if you haven't started on the Mr. Robot train, get on before it's over. That's what I say. Toot
I need
toot,
to
you know?
start, dude.
I'm
I've
kidding.
said I need
You-
to start for the past like
Yeah,
fucking years.
well.
but here we are.
So good.
Anyway, so that's all I really did though, other than like play Spider-Man. So, Tyler, you got anything for this week?
No, I've put 110 hours into Breath of the Wild, so that's where my time is going. But I'm at the very end of the game, so by next week I'll give my final thoughts.
Got it.
What if you can't beat Ganon?
I think I'm well prepared.
No, what if you just can't beat him?
I think I'm overly prepared.
Nah.
That's literally all I have left to do, pretty much.
He's gonna whoop that ass.
I am.
No, Ganon's gonna whoop this ass.
He's got no shot.
Well, so real quick, we actually have an email for one of our
Fuck
listeners.
yeah.
And it's going to be Nick because we threatened his life
Oh, yeah,
last episode. So I think he felt the need to write in. But this is titled Waluigi, and it says, the Super Smash creators should everyone what they want. I don't know what you were trying to say there, Nick. Showed,
Fuck you, Nick.
maybe?
Clock's running out.
So yeah, you meant to say showed, not should. So I'm correcting you. But they showed everyone who they want, which is Waluigi. But what if they did a Waluigi collector's edition of Smash Ultimate?
What that comes with Waluigi?
It says every single character is Waluigi, but with a twist. Lucario Waluigi has paws. Squirtle Waluigi has a shell. Link Waluigi has the Master Sword. I mean,
Jesus.
so what do y'all think about this?
I think Nick's a very creative man.
I think Waluigi isn't going to be in the game.
No, he will.
He's an
He'll
assist
be in the
trophy.
collector's edition.
He's an assist trophy. That's all.
Nick,
he'll
I have a
be.
question for you. Would you buy that instead of the regular Smash?
If they told me you have to pay this just to get Waluigi, and he's specific to just that edition, I'd fucking buy it.
I know, no, but would you buy
Why
this?
would we not?
But did you hear what this would be? All the characters
all
would be
Waluigi.
Waluigi'd.
Just with like
I
the
don't
same
know.
powers.
If it isn't too expensive.
But you don't get any of the regular characters. They're just all Waluigi versions of them.
That sounds interesting.
You
would pay
wouldn't
for
buy
it?
that.
But the thing is, you would pay for it and then like pay
You're
that
sick.
once.
Your sick ass has
Never
been
do
waiting
it
for
again.
Wolf so long. You really want to boot it up, and it's not
Have
the
a
real
Waluigi
Wolf.
Wolf?
It's like
No.
fucking Walla Wolf.
Oh,
I don't
Walu-
know. It's a weird topic.
Oh, Nick. Well, you know what? We appreciate you, and look, you're a step closer to not dying. So
Yep, step closer to your freedom.
So thanks
Earn
for
that.
writing in, and everybody needs to write in more to us. Actually, go to missthebuspod@gmail.com. Send
Yep.
us things that aren't about Waluigi, because I don't think anybody wants that game, Nick. I'm sorry. But yeah, so I think this pretty much wraps up everything, huh? We got anything else to talk about?
I don't think so. I think
last
that's
minute
pretty much
stuff?
it. Just go out and buy
Just
Spider-Man.
picture that Waluigi game. Buy Spider-Man.
Watch Jack
Ryan.
Yeah, those are the big takeaways.
Yeah.
Oh, and Broly's coming to Smash. It's
You
funny
heard
that
it
I
here
keep
first.
saying this because I don't even watch Dragon Ball Z or the movie or
I
whatever.
know, and
he
you're
was
like
in.
so on board with it too. But hey,
I just think it'd be so cool, and it's one step closer to Naruto showing
It
up.
would be insane.
It'll happen.
It would be so
God,
crazy.
Angela.
I can't even. I don't know. I don't
He's
know.
coming. Broly's coming, man. Just
maybe we'll be announcing that on the next episode.
Next episode,
So
we will-
stay tuned. You never know. But again, you can find us on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, SoundCloud, YouTube, not Spotify. And please like and subscribe and favorite and all that good stuff. Give us 5 stars because we want it. We need it. We love you guys. So this has been Miss the Bus, and we'll see you all next week.
peace to you all, and to all a good night.